Hello everybody, welcome back to the Chanel and welcome back to the Motorcycle Bunker. Right, so what have we got going on today? Or now, this evening, or this afternoon even, whatever time it is now. 20 to 6. It's Thursday the 24th of June and it's a motorcycle video today. I'm going to be doing a bit more work on the little Honda CT. Replace the clutch plates, that goes really well now. Instead of giving it a handful of gas and then it picking up, little bit of gas and it goes. So I've had a look at the chain and sprockets and they're not very good. So I've ordered a chain and sprocket kit for the bike and we're going to be fitting that now. Or we're going to make a start anyway. Now, from what I can gather, the standard gear ratio on the bike as it is now, it's a 15 tooth front and I've checked the rear and it's a 38 tooth. So I went on eBay and just bought a chain and sprocket kit for a 1980 Honda CT110. It arrived, heavy duty gold plate chain. We've got the rear sprocket, and this one is a 45 tooth as opposed to a 38. And it comes with a standard 15 tooth sprocket. And because of the age of the bike, there's no bolts. You get it's the lug type, which fits into the rear hub. Now, because the bike is a 1538 gearing, and this is a 4515, I think I'm going to put this 17 tooth sprocket on the front just to try and make it a little bit higher gearing to compensate for the increased size of the rear sprocket. Right, then we'll get these bikes sorted out to give me a bit of working room and then we will crack on. Right, we've got the bike repositioned now. Just moved it a little bit away from the cub to give me a bit of breathing space. There's a Nikolai. And what I like to do when I'm doing any work on either the cub re-wheel or this is to put some blocks under the centre stand, which gives me some nice room there to wiggle the tyre, wiggle the wheel around when I'm taking it on and off, because when it's on the centre stand, it sometimes touches the matting or the floor. And I've got another one of these, which I keep as part of my toolkit. So in the event of me having to do any work, like take the wheel off out on the road, I can put it up on a little bit of a stand. It just makes life that little bit more easier. Right, so what we've got to do, we've got to disconnect the brake arm, take the gear lever off, take the sprocket cover off, whip the wheel out. What I am going to do while the rear wheel's out, I'm going to put on my Kenda trial tyre. It's the Kenda. It's got a number and I can't remember what it is. So I'm going to put the Kenda trial tyre on it. That's a good tyre, that, and that's a 300 by 17. And then once I've done that, I'm going to take the front wheel off and put the front Kenda on. And it'll give me a good opportunity to check the brake pads on the bike, because I've never checked those since I've had it. That's the brake rod off. Just got to take the little R clip out there and take the torque arm, the tension arm off the brake drum. Right, that's that off. That's ready to be unscrewed, and drop that. I'll whip the gear lever off next, and then I'll take off the front sprocket cover. Right, it's proving to be a bit of a pain. Right, so in order to get that off, the sprocket cover, you need to take the little chain guard off. It's got one bolt there, and it's got one bolt there. So in order to get that one off, you've got to take that part of the air filter box off, and I'm hoping I can get in there with a spanner without taking the whole bloody thingamawhat's-his-face off. So let's soldier on. No, it's no good. I can't get a 10mm spanner in there, so I've got to take the filter out and then take the filter box off to allow me to get to that. It's just undoing this 10mm and then taking the filter out. Now, undo that screw there, and I'm not sure if there's anything else. I might have to take the centerpiece off as well. Right, that's okay now. I just had to take that screw out of this bit here. I've got a shadow because I've got my head torch on. Take the screw out of here, which has given me enough room to get to this bolt there with a 10mm spanner. There we go. There's that, and there's that. I'll put that there. I'll put that there. Right, excellent. Now that, I'm hoping, will come off. There's nothing else bloody. Is there another? Oh, there's another one. There's another one there. 10mm. I'm not going to take this bottom one out, just enough to free up taking off the front sprocket cover. I can't take the gear lever off fully because it's hitting on the footrest there, but I've taken the bolt out, pulled him out as far as I can, and that should give me enough room just to take off the front sprocket cover. Second one out, put that down there. And there we go, front sprocket cover off. Right, and that one is, front sprocket is 15, so I'm going to try and get a 17 on there, but looking at the gap here, I might be pushing it a bit. Right, this one's got a circlip as opposed to the bolts, or the screws, the bolts that hold him on. And after seeing that, I'm not going to get the 17 on because it's got a different spline fitting. So I'm going to have to put the 15 on and then see how we go with a 45 at the back, because that is a different fitting. This is for the cub. I thought it might have fit, but no, we'll get that off and then see how we go. Right, I haven't got any circlip pliers, so I'm going to knock it on the head and then nip down tool station tomorrow and get me a set of circlip pliers, because it's always nice to have the right tools for the job. Right, we are going to screw fix. It's a few minutes after I've just said I need circlip pliers, made the order, and here we are at screw fix. Let's go and pick up my £7 circlip pliers. Right, there we go. Forged steel plier set. Pinch clips, 4 tets interchangeable. Right then, let's have a quick unboxing while we're here. YouTube gold. What do I get for £7? Ooh. That's those, and I get all the different heads. All the different heads there. Perfect for what I need. Absolutely perfect. I hope my sponsor don't get annoyed because I've gone elsewhere, but my sponsor wouldn't have been able to supply them quick enough and they need them tomorrow. Right, let's get back on with the job. Tomorrow. Right, we're back in the motorcycle bunker now. Ooh, pardon me. Right, so let's just take them apart, find out which one's going to fit best and try it out. Right, simple Allen bolt to come out, and then that just fits on there. Then secure it back on. There we go. I've gone with the straight nose jobs, and that's got the circlip off now. Bloody shadows. What's going on? Using the torch, handy boy. Okay, it's just a case now of sliding this front sprocket off. And there he is, he's off. Not in too bad condition, but seems I've got the brand new one with the sprocket kit. I'll replace that. Okay. Right then, all good. I'm going to finish off the rest tomorrow. So we've got the rear wheel off now. I'm in the process of taking the old tyre off and putting the Kenda 262 on. Now here are the two sprockets. Here's the one I've taken off. This is a 38 tooth, and this is the new one which came as the chain and sprocket kit for the 1980 CT, and this is a 45. So when I've done a quick search online, looks like 45 rear, and where's it gone? Ooh. So it looks like the standard gear ratio of 3-0 is 45 rear and 15 front. So that's clearly an aftermarket job, I guess, but it looks pretty Honda-ish. I don't know. So, but looking online, 45-15 is the standard gearing for the 1980 CT. Right, let's get this tyre off and get the new one on. Right, the tyre's off. Rim tape looks in good condition, so I don't need to change that. Looks like a relatively new inner tube as well, so that can go back in. Right, let's get that bad boy on here. Right, we've got one half on. I do give the tyre and the rim a little spray with GT85 just to help him slip on. Right, let's get the tube in and get him on proper. Tube's in. Right, quick spray. Help him slip in. Helps when you've got decent tyre levers as well. Right, he's on. Let's get him bloated up. Rear brake shoes look in good condition, so just give them a quick rub over with some emery cloth. Quick clean up around the casing, and then that'll be good to go. Quick clean of the axle. Or the axles go through the swing arm, and then we can put him back together. Right, rear wheels in. Got to remember to let the pressure out of the rear tyre because I've blown him up to about 70 just to get him seated right. New rear sprocket, 45. The new front sprocket's on a 15. Apparently 1545 is standard. Right, let's crack on getting the chain on and getting this baby back together and trialling it out. New heavy duty chain, gold in colour. I think that adds about 0.3 of a mile an hour onto the top end. Right, we'll just get him connected. Chain's on. Split link is in. Remember, folks, always have the split link facing the direction of travel. So the open end at the rear, the closed end at the front. Nice and shiny gold. That's the chain I bought there off eBay for a complete kit from a motorcycle dealer. Right, we've just got to tighten him up now and start slowly putting him back together. Right then, it's all back together. Just got to tidy up this mess now and all this. And then we'll whip the front wheel off, check the front brake shoes, and then we'll put the Kenda front tyre on to match the Kenda rear. Yeah, pretty painless. Get it all back together, change the tyre, take it out for a test ride, see how these sprocket combination goes with 1545, which is standard. So I'm kind of hoping I'm not going to lose top end, but we'll see how it goes. Right then, let's get tidied up. Front wheel off, tyre off, time to get Kenda action on there. Kenda surprise. Front brake shoes look to be good, relatively new. Just giving them a quick sand off with a bit of emery cloth. Likewise for the drum. And we'll get this front wheel back on. Kenda power. Right, we're on. Wheels on. Tyres on. Just got to adjust the pressures. And then I will take him for a test ride at some point over the weekend. But not now because I've got other stuff to do. That's quite a nice little job, that, changing the sprockets and chain. And the tyres. It's full gnar now with the Kenda tyres. Proper gnarly stuff awaits whenever that is. Right then, let's nip to the Lidl, get some shopping, and we'll test the gearing. 1545, and we'll see how it goes. Going to be interesting. Right, we've been to Morrison's, not Lidl. let's go and give it a speed test. Early indications suggest that the 15:45 ratio is bloody good. Right, let's go. Let's open this baby up. Going well. 41. 44. Bloody hell, he falls well on this gear ratio. Right, we're coming to a straight in a minute. We'll give it some flat outness. See what we can get out of it. Okay, here we go. Wind it open, Andy boy. 43. 45. 47. Bloody hell.